Hi, I hope you can hear me okay. I am here on my iPad preparing to draw another book cover, a new one. Make it that size. And the book is in front of me, and I'm just going to mostly not really talk very much, but I can see the comments. So if you come in and say something in the comments, I will be really delighted to answer you if I can. Right, so I'll just put in the comments what I'm actually doing. I shall okay, right. So here we go. Don't need that. Slightly weird the way the screen's orientated. No, let's make it a bit pale. Well, actually, yeah, that'll do. Very fine line. If you were expecting high drama, sorry about that. Actually, I can probably make myself a bit smaller over here. Let me just see. I have to unlock that. Yeah, if I do that and move the drawing across a bit, that's probably better, isn't it? I wonder why it's not showing you the bottom of the book. Aha. Okay, I'll do that. That's better. Right. Okay. I can't even play music because if I do, it will breach copyright. So all I can really do is hum. But I don't think anyone's going to particularly mind if I don't hum. So I won't. Tell me if I'm wrong. So now I go back to the colour I had previously because I forgot to draw this. Oops, no, not that. What am I doing? Okay. Now going to black, I think. fill in this box in black. I like Penguin books, I like these classics, but I must admit I don't like the way that more recently Penguin books have, the ones I love, have started to go brown on the pages, and it took me a while to work out why that is. Not exactly a secret, it's to do with the wood content. And it's a real shame in my opinion, because it makes books kind of unreadable when you reach the level of bad eyesight that I have, which is not terrible, but I'm in my 50s. My sight isn't what it used to be. I used to be so proud, as if I'd done anything to be proud of. I used to be so proud of having really good eyesight. But I hadn't done anything to be proud of. And it's a bit stupid to be proud of having good eyesight, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was a bit of a mistake, because it doesn't actually feature a lot of dark there. It features a picture of Samuel Pepys. And it's quite blue, because the cover of my book, the spine of the book, has actually been in sunlight for a number of years. So there's a slightly blue quality to this. Like that. And I suppose the dark bits could be drawn kind of interesting, because this is the same picture that's on the cover on the front, which I'll be drawing in a moment on the front. But here it looks quite different because of the fading. Been out for a very long walk just now with my beloved schnauzer Peanut. and it's just about getting dark out there, and so that's a couple of facts for you to break up the silence in case you're getting embarrassed. I know some people don't like silence. Okay. Yes, so I've just put the slightly blue version of Peeps there. Now the cover is quite well creased. From where it's been turned, pages turned. You can't actually see what I'm doing here, can you? I'm going to tell you a secret. I don't think I ever read the book all the way through, but when I got it, because I was worried about the spine cracking, I bent the pages. I do this quite often. On a really big book like this, I'll put it open and open up the pages at 50-page intervals. And bend it so that the spine may not crack later. It's a penguin book. Now over here. Keep wanting to hum tunes, but I think it's possible that YouTube might somehow know what I'm humming and ban me. When I'm doing this kind of lettering, I tend to look for what's in the middle and what's on the edges, and work out that way, work outwards that way. So small cap, not lowercase, small cap, Samuel, big capital there. The U, it's a serif font, I'm sure. I don't need to explain what a serif is. Do I need to explain? Now I've said it, anyone who doesn't know what a serif is going to be really annoyed. The serif is the wiggly bit at the end of the letters. So this P, for example, has got a serif that it stands on there. Sans serif is from the French without serif. And I've always been quite interested in typefaces. I remember when a lot of people didn't know what the word typeface meant, but now I've got through the computer and fonts and everything, pretty well everybody knows what it means. And now S, but this one is small caps. So now there's a line that says about there, a bit thicker, so do that just to make a bit more mess. See how it's meant to sort of simulate a pen so that the downstroke has a wider mark than the sideways strokes. I started doing pictures of book covers in the first lockdown. I just did books that appealed to me for some reason. Now I'm doing as much as possible. I'm focusing on things that have something to do with journalism, for the moment anyway, because I've started this. What have I started? A Substack. That's what I've started. Called Think Like a Journalist. No, I think that colour is about there, maybe. This is a portrait of Pepys from the National Gallery, painted by someone called John Haylis. Never heard of John Haylis. I suppose I should talk about Samuel Pepys. That's a horrible mess. Make that a bit smaller. Samuel Pepys was a very high up member of the government, I think it's fair to say, of Charles II. And he wrote this diary that was a terrific source of information about the way people lived then. Too much. Come on. What am I doing? I'm getting really wobbly. Maybe I'm suddenly getting nervous from the live stream. Don't think so, but maybe. Okay, la 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 la. Now I have to draw Samuel Pepys. Very interesting interesting to me, the way they painted people back in the time of Samuel Pepys. So he's got this kind of his sleeve shows up just about. And his face. and his hand. And he's wearing a kind of grey neckerchief. Don't know what they would have called it, but some sort of, and big white cloth cuffs. And in this hand he's holding a piece of paper, which I think was probably to do with his work in the Admiralty. I think he worked in the Admiralty. So if you're interested, which you may be, well, if you're watching this, I really hope you're interested, but anyway, if you're interested to know, I was going to say, if you're interested to know, so Pepys wrote this diary. No, that's not what I was going to say. I was going to say, if you're interested to know about the drawing process, what I do is I use an app called Procreate on my iPad. It's the first app of its kind that I have played with. And I bought my iPad. I've never had my own iPad until 2020. 2020? Yeah, 2020. When I started to, or was it 2019? 2020. When I drew pictures for someone else's book, Nick Hooper. Nick wrote a book, and we have the same agent, and my agent suggested that maybe I would like to do the drawings on account of having a certain interest in the topic of mental health and mental not so health. And I was delighted to do that. So I bought the iPad, and around the time of the first lockdown, I saw that lots of people on the social media that I was looking at used Procreate. So I decided to do the same. I think I am going to do that thing which I don't always want to do, but I quite like doing line drawing, so I'm going to do line drawing. a really, really long wig. It goes down to that, the bottom of his scarf necktie. Now this has got writing on it. Looks like it might be music, actually. Yeah. Oop, can't use music. Not even humming, I don't think. Okay, that'll do for that bit. If you are watching, hello. If you have any questions, I really would be delighted to hear them. Because as you can see, I'm just muttering along to myself. I like writing backwards. I think it might have something to do with the fact that I'm left-handed. Are you left-handed? Anyone watching? And do you write backwards? When I order prints of my drawings and then I have to sign them, I put the date on the right hand side and I then work backwards, work left from the date. This is all very wonky, but that's okay because I can do something with the Procreate app that is going to allow me to make this a bit more straight if I want to, but I quite like, if you've seen any of my art before, you'll know that wonkiness is a thing I quite like. Did I mention that I'm really knackered? Well, I am. It's probably why I'm not talking very much. It does seem a bit pointless writing the shorter Pepys when you've already said Samuel Pepys. But I suppose you have to say the shorter something. This is way too wide, so I have to shrink this bit, which I will demonstrate in a moment. So if I highlight this bit and then just shrink it, I think it needs to be even smaller actually. Okay, and then I take that colour that I used for the book and I drag it into the hole and it fills it up. So that's quite easy, isn't it? Now, can I be bothered to write the no, I can't. I've already answered the question. So it says this is going to have to say very small letters. Oh, wrong colour. UK, Canada. Oh no, it doesn't say Canada, it just says can. Price. Now there's some. I am trying to actually copy the ISBN code. I don't suppose that my effort would actually scan very well in a shop. But still. It's good to try. Interestingly, these ones come down. So does that. And then it's the cover shows a portrait of Samuel Pepys by John That is quite brilliantly, insanely correct. I'm going to have to distort this to get a bit more like that. That's good. Right. I said about the pages going a bit yellow, didn't I? But actually, this light looks more like they've gone brown. quite pleased with that. Now I've got to somehow write the rest of the text. Not that size, I'm not going to write anything that size. Okay, I'm going to write the first paragraph. I really can't write all the rest. The 1600s represent a turning point in history and for all the main events. The Restoration, the Dutch War, the Great Plague, and the Fire of London. Pepys provides definitive eyewitness descriptions. Okay, right. Get rid of that little smudge there. And now I need to move this and slightly shrink it. Yeah, like that. And now, because this live stream, oh shoot, that's not what I want to do. Okay, right, just do this. Use the brush. Oh, I see, I still have to move it. Okay, now I drag this in there. No, that doesn't work. So back to using the brush. I'm being really casual because I think my hand is tired. I'm just tired today. Hello, hello. Tell me what you make of this. If you're watching, I'd love to know, why would anyone watch this? I think it could be quite interesting. If it was someone else doing it, I might watch. But I suspect I might be a bit, not quite on my own, but unusual in that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lines of text after that. I'll just go on to the black. Just do 10 lines. No, that's no good. I have to do little wiggles. No, not in white, on black. Feels like a cop-out. I think I have to write the whole thing, which is really annoying, but I think I have to. Okay. Unequalled for its frankness, high spirits, and sharp observation. His diary is both a marvellous slice of 17th century life and an acknowledged literary masterpiece. It is crammed with Pepys' socialising. It is crammed with Pepys' socialising. Oh, it's a British, I guess is what's said. His amorous entanglements, his theatre going and music, making, but also includes details of his work at the Navy. Board. And the official journey to bring Charles II back. From The Hague. containing about a third of the original text. Blimey, the main thing must have been absolutely enormous, because this is a huge book. Still, a third of the original text. This skillfully compressed shorter peeps is ideally adapted to the needs of a modern audience. There we go. Brilliant. I'm really pleased with that, because it's completely wonky. So it doesn't look at all like it should do on the book. I'll have to change that. I think if I do that a bit, I'll do for the moment. I'm really quite pleased. Now there's a quote. This prince of this most amiable and admirable of men has at last been worthily served. Paul Johnson in The Spectator. The brilliant smoothness of the operation, interesting, by which this abridgment has been achieved, makes it a book one can immediately recommend to that well-known military. Man of letters. General, oh I see. General. Reader. Antonia Fraser in the Sunday Times. Well, whoops, no full stop. Well, I think I've done my job more or less. No, I could do better on his face now. Let's see, a bit more orange, I think. Surprisingly red around the eyes there. Quite a red cheek. And his eyebrows aren't black stitches like that there. More like this colour. He's got a little sparkle in his eye. A bit of reflection on his lips as well. Shine, I mean. And on his nose. Whoa, what happened there? Oops. I think he could do with just a bit more, just blackening. No, too small, too big. It's really quite black down here. Yeah, that's pretty well okay. That will do. So what I could do now is show you the whole thing like that. The words are very wonky, but oh, hello. Oh, that's great to hear. Really pleased. I think that is Dan. But yeah, so brilliant. I'm glad it's on in the background. Yeah, I'm just doing these. I'm doing the drawing ones on Mondays. This is my new plan to do a heck of a lot of different live streams, as you probably noticed, otherwise you wouldn't probably be here. But yeah, I'm delighted that it's mildly interesting to watch. Oops. Well, I'm saying mildly. You didn't say that. I'm glad that it's interesting at all. If it's something to keep going on in the background, that's brilliant. Really pleased. Just a few little bits to tidy up here. Gosh, it's taken a whole hour. Last time I did one of these, it took me half an hour, so this is just so much more fiddly. I suppose all the text. Don't think I did all the text on the last one. Anyway, there we go. Samuel Pepys, the shorter Pepys. So, what does that say? That's great. I'm so pleased that you joined me, and I'm delighted that it's on in the background. No need to reply. I'm gonna. Oh yeah, what do I do? What I do next is on the iPad. There's this amazing thing which I only discovered relatively recently. Probably told you this before, but I'm going to do it anyway. So there's a time-lapse replay of the whole drawing, and it does it pretty quickly. I just think that's amazing to watch that. And I can download and I can, what do I mean? Export not just the drawing to my iPhotos, my Apple, Photos thingy. I can also export this video. I love how completely off whack that writing was. And it doesn't matter. Oh, I know something I forgot to do. I forgot to sign it. I'm trying to make more of a habit of signing my pictures. So I'll do that in a sec, which will take us up to exactly an hour. And then I will say thank you for watching, and but I will sign it first. Yeah, that's the end of the time lapse. So now, go back into the picture. I think I should sign it down at the bottom. Don't want it to be too blatantly sort of in the picture, so I'll keep it relatively undark. So this is what I do is backwards, being left-handed. Don't know if that's a common thing or not, but it seems to work for me. Probably now that I'm talking about it while doing it backwards, it won't work, but there we go. Gosh, look, 59 minutes and 53 seconds. Perfect time to stop. Thanks for joining me. Bye.